We're in Easthampton, Massachusetts, and we're in a cemetery. And thanks for coming on this tour, anyways. This is a great opportunity to learn about Easthampton. And so we're in front of a stone that says Richard Walsh, or R.F. Walsh. And he's buried there with his brothers and sisters and parents or names on the back, so he has a big plot with all of them. Why does he get a big plot with his family? He was a pastor for 36 years at the Immaculate Conception Church in Easthampton. This is the St. Brigids cemetery that he found. So he got an enormous plot because he found the cemetery. And so he's buried there. Now we're going to see very soon he also has another little burial stone inside in this priest circle. So we're going to travel from this stone to another one across the way. And right across the way is Michael Murphy, died in the year 1916, only a couple of years after Richard Walsh had died, and he served as head pastor for a while. And then these are on the outside or the front of that beautiful priest circle. Now we're going to travel finally to the circle itself. And the circle itself in the front has two gravestones, and we want to see here these two important people. And my goodness, are they very important, because the first one towards the left happens to be Jeremiah Twomey. There's a big bush and some snow in front, but even if someone with the bushes in front, I'm not happy with the bushes. But Jeremiah Twomey is the founder of the Immaculate Conception Church in Easthampton. And he was the pastor of the wooden clad church. The whole church in 1868 was a mission church, but in 1869 it became its own church, and Jeremiah Twomey founded it. And so he's buried here in the front of the priest circle for a very good reason, because he was the founder and head priest. So his stone says Jeremiah Twomey, native of Kanturk, County Cork, Ireland, and died October 11th, 1873. I know that last part is a little bit wrong. He really died October 12th, 1873 in Easthampton, because they found the death record. And so he's the founder of that church, a very honored place. Now, Richard Walsh found his cemetery in the year 1884. So how could Jeremiah Twomey, who died in the year 1873, be buried here? Well, he couldn't have been buried here originally. I don't think this is just a cenotaph, which means a memorial stone in place that he's not really buried. I think he's really buried here. I think this, and I cannot prove it yet though. I think he was buried alongside the church, the Immaculate Conception Church on Adams Street, alongside the wooden clad church. And when they wanted to make the larger brick and mortar church in 1884, they did so, but they had to take his body out because his church was so large, the body would have been in the way. So they moved him in that year to this newly made cemetery. That's probably why they even made this cemetery. So I cannot prove that yet, because I've looked at his state copy of death record. I can't find his obituary. And at some point I'll go to Easthampton's town hall or city hall and find out if the town records have the burial location. And it might help out. Now, buried to his right, it says Richard Walsh, but he's really buried back here with his brothers and sisters. And so this is another stone for him. It says native of Aglish, County Kilkenny, Ireland, born November 23rd, 1848, and died July 15th, 1914. All right, so he was a very important pastor. He's the founder of the church and the founder of the cemetery here. And there's a beautiful angel in the background. But that's not all. So we have two priests in the very front of the circle, two in the circle, and we're going to walk to the back. Okay, and we're looking at a stone back here. That's for Ancilius Lenz, the second pastor of the Sacred Heart of Jesus Church in Easthampton. He was the second pastor after John Mard. And that he died in October of 1914, the same year as Richard Walsh died. So two big pastors in Easthampton died same year. And you notice that his stone inscription is on the other side. It's towards the bush. And I think it's bad placement. It's a bush. They put one bush in front of the two stones, and they put another bush here in front of the inscription part of this stone. They probably wanted to distinguish between parishes that they served, and they served three parishes, and two of them have, two of these parishes have priests in this priest circle. So they might fix the arrangement at some point. But if you go around the back at some point on your own and sneak around that bush, it says Ancilius Lenz. And then it gives his death date. He was born in Poland, and he served the Sacred Heart of Jesus Church with great honors. So thank you for coming to this priest circle within the beautiful St. Brigids Cemetery.